Hi, all the signs of the Zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for May 2019. This month, I'm using the Renaissance Tarot deck by Jane Lyle. So we'll see how this goes. I used them in a Vimeo video, and I thought they were really, really good. So they're kind of new to me, so we'll see what comes up here. So please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to make more sense to you than your sun sign will. And remember, these are general readings. And to get messages specifically for you, you would need a private reading. So all that being said, now on to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for May 2019. I'm going to start with Aries. Aries, the first of the two cards you have is Nine of Cups. So this is wish fulfillment. All good things coming to you in an emotional sense. Or some wish, something that you wanted is going to be coming true or happening for you in the month of May. I do feel that some of you, Aries, are going round and round in circles about what it is you want. It doesn't mean you're not getting things you want. I just feel like you're going around about what do you want, or things that you want, you're going around in circles about them. You know, it's time to back off a little bit, Aries, and take a step back and not try to push your agenda forward too much. Some of you are going to receive a bonus check or some kind of pay raise. And I do feel that some of you have some emotional things to think about and emotional clearing to do. Things that have been an emotional burden, or that you feel has been hindering your progress forward. It's time to really take a really good look at it. Look at these things and clear out and try to release yourself from them, because it seems like it's hindering your progress. You know, don't be surprised this month if someone notices you or recognizes you in a crowd, and it could be somebody you knew from the past for some of you. You might even get a present or a gift this month. And it feels like it would come, for some of you, it's going to come from somebody that's interested in you. It could be coming from a fan. It could be coming from somebody that's a secret admirer, or your love. Like if you're already attached, it could be coming from your love partner. And it does feel to me like new doorways and new avenues are opening up for you, Aries, in regard to love. So it could mean new love relationships, or if you're in a relationship already, there's some kind of new doorways opening up here for you. Now, the second card you have is the Hermit, and the Hermit is spiritual guidance. Your spirit guides are lighting the way, showing you the path to go. Or you could be the Hermit, taking a step back, getting a lay of the land before you proceed forward. I do feel like something is knocking at your door and is trying to get you to recognize it and pay attention to it. And I feel it is involving your feelings and emotions that could have been from a long time ago. They could be buried, things that you hadn't felt in a really long time. I feel like your emotional life is really coming to the forefront here. And be very cautious, because you need to guard yourself and protect yourself and stay away and steer clear from people that want to cause you disruption or supplant you in what you're doing or your career. You need to avoid people like that. Negative energy, people's negative energy. And I feel like you intuitively know who, or it might be obvious. Either it's really going to be obvious to you, or your intuition is going to tell you, and you're going to know who you need to steer clear from in May. You may even have some people around you, and it could be in work, or it could be in family situations or friends. Could even be a love partner, But there's some people around you that feel like they want to manipulate you. And this could be part of the negative energy people. I feel like you're really going to be spending a lot of time outside in May. And I feel that while you're outside, you're going to be spending a lot of energy and thought process of thinking about, what direction you want your life to go in. What's the paths or avenues you want to pursue and go down. And maybe your life has taken too much of a serious note and I feel like you're going to be driven towards more fun and frivolity, like trying to interject more social things into your life or more fun, things that really lighten up your spirit. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now I'm going to look into the sign of Taurus. Taurus, the first card you have is the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is a card that symbolizes to me being at peace and contentment with your life and having financial stability and abundance behind you. Things are now starting to come in for you, especially if anybody owed you money for any products or services that you have. Also, money from any work that you've done in the past that was owed to you from, like I said, from work you've done, products, services you've sold, anything to do with work, like if stuff got held up or, you were supposed to get some money and there were things along the way that were tripping it up. Now the money's going to start coming to you. Somebody could come in for you right now in this month that wants to give you money to do work. Either you're getting the money now for work you've already done, or there's somebody that really wants to hire you for something. Even if you have another job, there could be somebody that says, hey, can I subcontract you? And will you do this work for me on the side? But you've got that energy comes up here too. And for some of you, I feel there may be coming to you some cash that's coming in a lump sum. So it could be coming from the IRS. You could be getting a tax refund. It could be a bonus. It could be a payment for something because you got money coming to you. I see it in a different avenues here. And I really feel that for many of you, you're going to feel like, wow, now I can start to see the forest for the trees in regard to money and finances, especially if you felt like there were things that were a snag in the past, like snagging things up, blocking things, holding things up. Or if you've had a lot of burdens financially, you're getting out of the woods now in May. Or could take later for some of you. Not everybody's got the same birth time. So if you don't see it in May, I feel like it's coming soon. And some of you are actually going to start selling off some things that you own, and maybe because you want to purchase something else. So if you have some objects of, like art or jewelry or equipment or whatever, things, technology that you just aren't using or you don't want anymore, I feel that some of you are going to be selling some things because you're going to purchase something else. Now, the card you have next or with it is the Page or Princess of Cups. And this would be a water sign person, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could also be a messenger bringing in a message for you about love or emotions. I feel like your head's going to be lost in a sense, like cloudy, feeling like there's things that you've forgotten. And maybe because you've had to go over a myriad of details. Like, I feel a little mental fogginess for you in May. And I see you focused on thinking about things that you want to put together. It could be a new business. It could be a new program. It could be a PowerPoint presentation. It could be something you want to put together, like a video. But I feel like you have to backtrack and go back to get old data or other information or gather information together because there is some kind of backtracking here. And this is all part of these details that I pick up for you, Tauruses. There's somebody that I feel is going to be seeking your advice, or they want something from you, possibly money, but some of you, it could be seeking your advice. And I feel like whatever it is they want from you, you are going to let them have it. Like, so if they want money, I feel like you're going to give them the money. If it's advice, I feel like you're going to give them the advice. If it's help for something, they want you to help them with something, I feel like you're going to do it. For some of you, this could be somebody that you would do some kind of partnering up in some kind of business venture. It could even be a child to you. Maybe you and one of your kids or siblings, but especially children or grandchildren, are going to go into business with each other. But if it's not that, it still could be for some of you going into some kind of partnership with, it would be a good partnership if you did it. I feel like if you're on the fence about it and somebody's approached you or you've been mulling it over, I feel it would be a safe thing for you to do. It would work out. You know, it could even go the other way. For some of you, this Page of Cups may be wanting to give you all they've got and be there for you and be helpful to you. So for some of you, it was the Page of Cups coming at you when they wanted something or needed something. For some of you, the Page of Cups is coming to you because they think you need their help and they're going to be there for you. So I feel no matter what, this Page of Cups, Page or Princess of Cups, feels good to me for you. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Gemini. Gemini, the first card you have here in your mid-month Psychic Tarot update is the Ace of Pentacles. And this is financial abundance and financial blessings, or God giving you the financial stability. It's financial abundance, financial stability, financial blessings. You know, some of you may receive a check that's going to come to you out of the blue from you're like, where'd this come from? And it's going to be surprising to you. I feel like some of you aren't expecting it. Now, for some of you, this could be like something long ago and forgotten, like money that was left in an account that you totally forgot about, or a credit you had with an account that you forgot about, and they're going to send you the check for it. It could come from a family member. I don't know, but I get some of you getting money that seems unexpected to you. And things look like they're going to be going really well for you, Geminis, with money. Some of you are going to enter into some kind of union or partnership that's going to benefit you, which also came up for Taurus, interestingly. You're also getting it here. For some of you, that's going to be the case. And I feel like your money looks like it's increasing, so you're going to be able to finance something that you wanted to do. It's either going to be a trip or a business that you wanted to start, or buy a new home, or renovate your property. But I feel like money is coming at you and doing well for you. Some of you, it could be through a partner that you're already connected to, like your significant other. For some of you, like I said, I see a check unexpectedly coming for some of you that's going to be a benefit. Don't be surprised if some of you get invited to some kind of event. It could be a wedding, but it could be something to do with like a seminar or something else going on. And if you do go, that there'll be some kind of networking opportunity for you and you're going to end up making some money from the connections you make at this occasion, because I see that for some of you. Now, the next card that you have with it is the Knight of Wands. This would be a fire sign person. This would either be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. That could be their sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could be you. Also, Gemini, if you have a rising or a moon sign, that is a fire sign. You're going to have a camaraderie of spirit with this Knight of Wands. And I feel there's going to be a lot of good banter back and forth between the two of you. So for some of you, if you go to an event or you're networking, I feel like that may be the person that you really strike up a conversation with and that benefits you. Some of you may already know the Knight of Wands, and I still get camaraderie of spirit and good banter back and forth between you and the Knight of Wands. If you own your own business or work, I feel the Knight of Wands for some of you is going to be giving you either instruction or advice about something you could do differently with your business or work. And the Knight of Wands is like, I feel that they're going to be helpful, but they want you to be practical about your choices and your decisions that you make in regard to business, work, and finance. Some of you, there is possibility, if you're single, this could be a possible love partner that comes in for you. If it's not, they may want to join forces with you in something, in a business venture of some sort. Now, keep in mind, this could be their rising sign or moon sign. So if you meet somebody that's a water sign, well, if you don't know their rising or moon sign, you may think, well, they're not the Knight of Wands. Well, somehow they're the Knight of Wands for you in May. Or maybe this is going to happen a little later for you. It could happen in June or July even. Or even August. Because I do feel August is a prominent time for you, even though this is a May reading. And I feel like this Knight of Wands may even have some kind of spectacular opportunity for you, or there's a lot of things they want to show you. They could be showing you new products, new services that maybe you could utilize at your work or at your business, or that you could sell. There's a lot of things going on here with you and this Knight of Wands, so you'll have to see how it plays out, because it is a general reading, Gemini. When the people cards come up, it's always adds a little layer of how's it going to play out. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Cancer. First card you have, Cancer, is the Emperor. And the Emperor is a paternal figure or a boss or a strong male figure of some sort, father figure. And this could be in the deceased or in the living. I do feel you're having a bit of a struggle with some situations that have been cast down before you by a male figure. This could be your boss. It could be your father. It could be a husband, an ex-husband. They could be giving you instruction, training, teaching you things to do. So I'm getting a mixture of things about this Emperor for you. You may feel like the Emperor is holding up some kind of strong ideals right now, and you may feel like, man, I don't know if I can measure up to these ideals put forth by the Emperor. So maybe you have a father or a grandfather or a strong male figure that's being a little difficult right now, and you may feel like, I don't know if I can measure up to their ideals. It could be a boss, a father, husband. And you may feel like they're kind of making you go round and round in circles. You may feel like they're making you do everything, or putting a lot of burdens or a lot of expectations on you in the month of May. And I feel like you're really going to be extremely conscious about how you show up for things, especially in regard to the Emperor, involving the Emperor. Like, you want to show up in a very specific way. You want to be present. It's like I almost feel like the Emperor is making you feel a little self-conscious, maybe, for some of you, or like you have to measure up to their standards, their ideals. That's the vibe here. It doesn't mean that they don't like you, or they don't have your best interests at heart, or they don't care about you, whoever this Emperor is. I just feel like they're kind of demanding, like a little demanding of you in May. For some of you, this could be somebody that's trying to seek you out and wanting to spend time with you. So for some of you, this could be somebody that's romantically interested in you, but not all of you. Maybe you're already intertwined with the Emperor in a relationship. I don't know, but some of you, that happens with the Emperor. Now, you've got the Magician with the Emperor, so this is the card of the manifestor. What you think about, you bring about. What's in the ethers and in the spiritual plane, you manifest into physical reality. And you have all the tools with which to do so. I really do feel, Cancer, in May, you are really trying to get your act together. Put your best foot forward. Be present. Show up in the best possible light. Whatever situations this is in. This could be in your job. This could be in your love life. This could be in social situations. Or if you have to present yourself on maybe you're online, maybe you're on YouTube. I just feel like you're kind of shooting for the moon here, shooting for the stars, and you want to be putting your best foot forward. I do feel that some of you are going to be talking to different people that can help you go farther in your career, help you manage what you're already doing or in your business, help you manage what you're doing and take things a step further, your career or your business or some other thing that you're working on. Maybe it's a private project or something. And I feel like you're going to be talking to people that can help get you to where you need to go. It could be like kind of playing politics a little bit or networking, or you could be seeking people out on the internet and then having like consultations with them, or it could be talking to lawyers or accountants or people that are in a similar position as you, but they've really made their mark in the world, and you may be picking their brain about, hey, what did you do? How did you get to this point? Could even be people in your own company or business that you're in, or line of work that you're in that you have to deal with, but maybe they're higher up and you're going to be talking to them about how can you advance, or how can you, take something you're doing to the next level. And I do feel like you're going to get a lot of information. I feel like you're going to get like tricks of the trade or knowledge and information that may be kind of like hidden or not out for everybody to see. Tricks of the trade, things hidden behind the scenes. I feel like this, and it's going to be helpful for you to do this because it is going to help you elevate what you're doing or where you want to go. And that could even apply in a love relationship in some regard. Like if there's somebody you're really into and you don't know a lot about them, you may know people that they know or that know them, that you can find out like, hey, are they single? Are they interested in dating? Or what's their story? It could even involve love. Some of you, not all of you, most of you, that's about work and climbing the ladder or, business related area. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Leo. And Leo, this card, first card you have is Knight of Wands. And Gemini also had it, and you have it here too for this month. And this is could be you because it's a fire sign person. It's either Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. I feel that some of you Leos are liquidating your assets and getting rid of things. I'm not sure. Well, I get both messages there. And I feel there's some level of something you feel like, I can't retain this level anymore. I've got to drop off some of these things. And it's either things that are costing you too much money that you have to pay taxes on or are just expensive to like keep up, or it could be in your job or career or business. You maybe have too many things that you're like, whoa, I'm covering too many different areas here. Like, oh, I've got to cut out some of the, like I'm dealing with too many things. I need to trim down some of this stuff. It could even be getting rid of things that you don't want to eat anymore. Like, oh, I don't want to eat processed foods. I'm not going to eat sugar anymore. No more dairy. Like you could start going down that road too. Yeah, and I feel like there's a lot of things happening for you, those of you Leos that work, that you got to like get control over some things that are happening and like take the bull by the horns and, get some things going, release things. It's like you got to take the bull by the horns. That's what comes up here. It could even be in regard to your finances, but it really comes up to me about work mainly. You may have to start communicating with people more, or you may be communicating with people that are at a long distance away from you. And for some of you, that is a romantic conversation, and others of you, it's not. So that message went either way. But having a lot of conversation in May, amping up the conversation, and conversation at a long distance comes up here. And I feel like, you're going to feel like, man, if I don't get some of this stuff organized or straightened out, it's going to make me mental. And I don't know what it is. And for some of you, I feel like, again, getting the bull by the horns, tightening up loose ends, getting rid of stuff, trimming the fat, and communicating at a long distance with someone in particular. For some of you, it's love. If you don't get these things organized, I feel like your mind's going bing, 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 bing. That's like firing in all different directions. But look, you've got the Six of Wands with it, and that's victory after a battle. So it's another fire card, fire sign card, Wands. I feel like you're going to also receive some notification about how something is progressing. I almost feel like it's analytics. Like if you have somebody that looks at like stocks for you, or, oh my gosh, there is a heart. I wish I could take a picture of this so you could see this. There's a heart in the sky that's like purplish with a pink interior. It's kind of fading into a different position now, but right when I was saying that, sorry, had to spill that out to you when you're reading. I feel that some of you are going to do something different with your work or career, or you're going to start reaching more people, and you may even be branching out, which is contradictory to what I got in the Knight of Wands, because in the Knight of Wands, I get, you're going to be going, I'm liquidating assets, I'm getting rid of this, getting rid of that. But this card is telling me that there's something that you're going to do where you're actually going to be branching out, but it's going to be successful for you. Man, if you don't see a financial windfall coming to you in this May, I feel you're going to see it in next May, because I get like it. I really feel it's happening in next May, but some of you, it could be this month. And Leo, believe me, you are going to be retaliating at some bullshit that's going to come your way from some people that are like, bah, 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 at you. They're either criticizing what you're doing or nitpicking at you, or they've got a bone to pick with you, and it could be more than one person. And I get, you're not going to be having any of it. And I do feel that any gains, financial gains you do have, you're going to turn those gains around into making more money. Maybe that's why you're liquidating some of your assets. Maybe you're taking that money and you're going to put it in something else. But I get you, like, money is going to be working well for you and bringing you more financial gain. And May is highlighted. But for some of you, I really feel if you don't see that happen in May of 2019, it's going to be in May of 2020. So now I hope those messages were of help to you. Sorry about the little thing about the cloud, but that was pretty unique. Now on to the sign of Virgo. And the first card you have, Virgo, is the Ten of Pentacles. And this is receiving an inheritance or money coming to you through family channels. Or it could be winning money, a windfall of cash. It could be you and a partner working together to bring financial abundance to your union. You're going to start to feel like there's some kind of financial abundance coming in for you, or feeling good about your finances in May. And you get some abundance also from things that you've created already in the past. There was another sign that got that too. I think it might have been Taurus. You're getting it as well. There is some of you Virgos that are going to receive money through an inheritance, but keep in mind, this person may have passed away, not right now, may have already happened, because it takes a while for all that, like when money's left in wills, you don't always necessarily get it right away. And I do feel like your life is going to feel like it's very, like things that you've done are going to be very intertwined and interconnected. And you're going to start to have money coming to you, maybe even through a variety of different avenues. Or things are starting to pay off and the money's coming to you in a few different areas. Speculative ventures also pay off for you, and there could be some kind of rollback with finances. I don't know really what they mean by that, but I'm hearing that too. Some of you may be starting to take some money that you receive or money that's coming to you in different avenues and put it towards buying a new house or renovating your property or doing something to your living space, like redecorating it or building an addition or redoing a kitchen or a bathroom, or doing things to property comes up. Maybe you're going to build a garage or build a shed or build an addition or get a new roof. I don't know, but I feel like some of you are going to be, money is going to be, some of this is about you spending money on property, on your property, but also receiving money, like money also, speculative ventures or things that you've done before look like they're paying off for you. The next card you have with it is the Ace of Cups, and this is new love relationship, or it could be the abundance of love coming to you through the public, if you're in the public eye. It could also be like God and the universe giving you the holy grail of good love and emotions coming at you. Some of you are going to seal the deal and you're going to get married to someone you've been with for a while, or move in together, or take a relationship up to the next level. If you've been single for a while, I feel that some of you are going to finally get the relationship that you were hoping for, waiting for, or have dreamed of is going to be coming to fruition and coming into your life. Those of you that are already coupled, I don't like to say this, but I do hear it. If you're already coupled and you're not really satisfied with your love relationship, you may start seeing somebody else on the side. You may have an affair. Maybe you're already in it. And if you are in an affair with somebody else, you may decide to take that to the next level and leave the dissatisfying relationship you're in. But some of you, there is love here coming in here. Now, if you're happily coupled, then it's going to be good things are going to be happening between you and your partner, and you're going to be making like wishes and dreams come true, and could even be reigniting or reinforcing and strengthening the love that you already have together, because some of you are happily coupled. And you need to be thinking about it. If you are coupled and you're like, meh about it, I feel like there's more love for you there in the relationship than what you're getting out of it. So you have to listen to this again, this part in particular, because it's coming at me different ways. Because it's a general reading, Virgo, it's hard to read sometimes just one path. But what I feel for some of you, this is like, if you're in a relationship and you don't intend to leave it, you need to start focusing on what love there is for you in the relationship and nurture it and enhance it and bring more out from it, and not ditch it too quickly or too easily if you've been thinking that, because there might be more love for you there. So a couple different things are coming up for you with this Ace of Cups. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Libra. And the first card you have, Libra, is the Hanged Man. And this is being in limbo. You're not sure, are you moving forward? Are you moving backward? You're in a state of suspended animation, and you have to draw from your own intuition and your own psychic ability at the time the Hanged Man shows up. You know, I feel like there are things you're uncertain about, and I do feel that in some regards, Libra, you may feel like in certain situations, you may feel a little powerless. Like some people have taken some, like things aren't in your control the way you would like. Taken the power out of your hands, so to speak. I see you giving something back to somebody, and I hear you saying, I can't be bothered with this anymore. And it may be something that somebody lent to you or wanted you to work on or gave you for some reason. But I'm not sure why, but I get like you wanting to give it back to them and saying, I can't be bothered with this anymore. Maybe it's causing too much stress or pressure on you. I don't feel like you're feeling as good as you used to, and I feel that you may feel like you're kind of stuck in this position and you want to get out of it. And I feel like you're perplexed. Like you're perplexed. There's too many things that are bothering you right now, or like too many, I should say, too many things that you're uncertain about right now or unclear about. And I feel like you may want to leave something and you're not really sure, because if you leave this situation, there's no guarantees and you don't know really what you're going to be up against if you leave. So what's that old saying, like the devil you know is better than the devil you don't, or something like that? I don't know if I said that right, but so you may be in a job or in a situation or in a relationship or something that you feel like you don't have all the answers, you're indecisive about it, you are unclear, and you want to know, you want to have guarantees and certainties, but if you feel like if you make a change or if you do leave it, you don't know whether it's going to be better for you or worse off for you. Or whether you'll be worse off if you leave. That's the whole feeling that's coming up here. You've got the Hermit with it, so your spirit guides are lighting the way. They're showing you the way to go. And you could be the Hermit taking a step back and getting a lay of the land before you proceed forward. And the thing is, Libra, even though your guides are guiding you, you have the feeling like you're on your own in this. Like it's not really clear to you. Maybe your guides, you feel like, well, spirit guides, where are you giving me the answers? This may be a karmic test or lesson for you, so maybe they can't intervene. And so you feel like it's up to you, that you have to figure it out yourself. I do feel like you are going to go on a journey to seek information and to find out information. So I do feel like whatever perplexing you or whatever situation you're in a quandary about and wondering, should I leave? Should I stay? What should I do? I do feel you are going to go on fact-finding missions and search to get answers. Now, maybe you can get the answers on the internet. Maybe you can take a class to get this information. Maybe there's some other way. Maybe you have to do some kind of detective work or digging to get the answers or information you need to be able to decide, do I stay? Do I go? What do I do here? Like that's, I don't know. You're in some kind of quandary and you're going to do some seeking here because you may feel like your guides are leaving you hanging out to dry because it does seem to be that these solutions or answers have to come from you doing it. I feel like your guides are around you, but their hands are kind of a little bit tied. They're urging you in some ways, but you may have that feeling like, well, where the heck are they? I feel at the end of 9 months, you're going to have the answer of this. You're going to have all you need to know of all the information you need to know. So very interesting. They tell me 9 months. The Hermit is the number 9. So maybe that's also another reason why the Hermit showed up. And it is a gestation period of, to give birth, so to speak. But it does seem like it's going to take 9 months from now, from this reading, when you have all the answers solved, like what you need to do, whether you need to stay or go, and the knowledge you need to make an educated decision. Because I feel like you feel powerless and you don't want to make a misstep and then get it out of the frying pan into the fire. That's what you're trying to avoid here. And so I feel like you're going to find the answers you need, but you are going to be on the quest to seek those answers. And it starts now, especially in the month of May. You're going to be seeking, and I feel throughout June, July, August, and September, especially those months, I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of knowledge seeking at that time. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. First card you have here, Scorpio, is the Eight of Swords. This is a card that can symbolize being trapped and bound to a situation, or trapped and bound to internally feeling trapped and bound by something, by your emotions, and you can't see how to get out of it. I get some of you are in a divorce and or want to get divorced, or in the middle of a divorce, and you want to get out of it. You want to get out of the marriage, or you're headed for divorce. I get that for some of you. I feel like you're going to have to relinquish your fears and do something that you have fear about. Again, for some of you, I feel like this is to leave a marriage or a relationship, a serious relationship like a marriage. I feel that's what it is for some of you, but it could be other things you want to get out of. It could be a job. It could be a living situation. It could be some like other type of entanglement you don't like. I feel like you've had to keep a lot of things secret or to yourself, and I feel like there's a lot of things going on, Scorpio, that you don't like. And I feel that there's people that either, they may suspect it, but I feel like they may not really know what's going on, because I do feel like you're keeping it quiet. And I feel like you're kind of tired of being put on the front line, and I feel that you feel like certain things that are going on for you are like too much of a battle. I feel like that's your feeling, like this is too much of a battle for me anymore. And I do feel, Scorpio, you've been kind of pissed because I feel like you've watched people talk down to you or be disrespectful to you. This could be your kids, this could be family members, this could be a significant other, it could be at work. I'm not sure what area this is for you, but I do pick that up here as well. And I feel like some of this is too much for you to bear. I feel some of you Scorpios feel like, why do I have to bear the brunt of this? Why is this my burden or my responsibilities? Or why is it always coming at me? Now, keep in mind, if these messages don't make sense to you, watch your rising sign or your moon sign, because they may make more sense to you. Sometimes your sun sign is not where your messages are coming to you from. You have Ace of Swords next. This is victory after a battle. It could be truth being revealed. It could be love. It could also be wisdom being shared. It could be victory because truth is being revealed. I feel like you're going to have your moment in the sun. I feel that you're absolutely actually going to have your say. Like you're going to get to say your piece and say what your feelings are and make your statement. Maybe you've been holding it in for a while. I told you I'd get it through the Eight of Swords. I feel that some of you, there's been secrets, or you've had to keep it under the on the QT, down low, not let it out. And I feel that you're going to, some of you are going to have your say. You're going to speak your mind. You're going to speak your truth. And if you do this, this is going to radically change things. Dramatic change comes from you doing that. And I feel that it's kind of time, Scorpio, for you to enlighten people with what's actually been going on, either internally in you or in situations that you've kept your mouth shut about, or pressures or hurt feelings, or feeling like you've been victimized or whatever. Like, it's time for this to now come out. I feel like people are going to be stunned by what you have to say. For many of you, I don't really know that you're going to do it in this month. I feel it's more likely. My guides are talking about July. So if you don't speak up and speak your mind and unveil some secrets or things that have been hidden and make moves to get out of something that you're in, possibly get divorced or whatever, then I feel likelihood for some of you, you'll be doing it in the month of July. If it's not May, it's July. I feel there's going to be wonderment and bewilderment, that there's going to be some people that are going to say to you, why didn't you keep this under wraps? Why didn't you speak up about this or say this sooner? Why, you know, I do feel you're going to get questioned about that. And I feel people are going to be stunned. Some people, not all. Some of you are going to take some kind of classes or lessons in how to project yourself clearly. And this could be to make YouTube videos. It could be to sing. It could be to give speeches. So some of you may take some kind of classes to help you do that. And if you don't do it in an actual classroom setting, you may even be doing it online. So that was a little unusual message there at the end. But I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you got Ace of Swords too, just like Scorpio. And please know, I shuffle these cards many, many, many times and put the cards through incense. So I find it interesting when they come up right after how much I shuffle. It's crazy. But you have Ace of Swords too. This is victory. This could be victory. It could be truth being revealed. It could be victory because truth is revealed. It could be love. Sometimes love comes up with the Ace of Swords. Wisdom. Now you're finally making your mark. Now you're finally doing something that really matters to you. Some of you are getting over heartbreak from the past, and you're putting yourself out there again, maybe going on dating sites or meeting up with people to get back out there and socialize and meet somebody. Some of you, that's what this is about. You definitely feel like you can't be held back or you can't be pinned down any longer. So something that you've been holding yourself back from doing, it's like the chains are breaking and the binds are unwinding, and you're bursting out there somehow. How? For some of you, it's love. For some of you, it could be in a new career projection. It's going to be different for all of you of how you're like, you know, but doing something that really matters to you did come up here. I'm going to tell you something weird here. You've had some spies watching you. Now, not all of you. No. Some of you, no. But some of you, either your employers are an employer, or they're watching all the people at your place of business, or they're just watching you. And for some of you, it could be some other kind of spies looking at you. It could be, you know, if you've broken up with somebody in the past, it could be they're checking out what you're up to. They're looking through the grapevine. They're looking on Facebook and Instagram and dating sites to see if you're on it, that kind of thing. And they could even have friends spying on you. So that, or if you were married and you're going through a divorce, or you are divorced, you could have your ex could be, you know, seeing what you're up to. Could have to do with child support, could have to do with who are you dating. I don't know, but I get spying going on around you a little bit, Sagittarius. Don't get scared. I don't feel like anything bad is going to happen, but you got some people watching what you're doing. You've got the Queen of Swords next. The Queen of Swords could be watching what you're doing. The Queen of Swords, this would be an air sign female, or it could be a male. This would either be a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. I do feel that you're in tune with this Queen of Swords, and that there's a good like banter that goes back and forth between the two of you, or you have like it's reciprocal. Like I feel that this is positive, the Queen of Swords for you, at least so far. Some of you, the Queen of Swords is going to swoop in and give you some kind of great advancement in your job or business, or some kind of opportunity comes in through the Queen of Swords for many of you Sagittarians. This Queen of Swords may be raising you up, giving you a raise, could be putting you in a position of power. Some of you could be a new hire. You could be they could be a new boss for you if you're looking for a new job. I feel like they want to tell you how things are going to go, how things are going to roll. And I feel like you're really going to be listening to them with rapt attention. This could be somebody giving you advice. It could be a psychic. It could be an astrologer. It could also be a lawyer or somebody you're seeking advice from, where there's an exchange of money for advice. I feel that's the energy going on here for some of you. Some of you may start socializing more and going out and about out on the town with the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords could be a friend to you that's trying to get you back in the game or get you out and socialize more. They could be a really good friend to you. This Queen of Swords could also be somebody that you begin to start dating for some of you. And that's why I pick up the social thing around it, because you got a couple of different things happening here. And whenever the people cards show up, the court cards show up in a general reading on one of these videos, it's hard to nail down exactly. So if you need to listen, because the Queen of Swords came up as a couple of different things for you. If they're a new love to you, they think you're smoking hot. I get that. For some of you, the Queen of Swords wants to help you. And I feel that your feelings about the Queen of Swords is like they're showing up just at the right time. Just in the nick of time, the Queen of Swords comes in. So I'm not getting adversity here, even though it's a swords person and you got the Ace of Swords with the Queen of Swords. I'm not feeling like it's negative here. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Capricorn. And the first card you have here, Capricorn, is the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is turning away from what's not working for you anymore, emotionally speaking, and heading off in a new direction with the stick of power and control in your hand and going off in a new journey. I feel that some of you Capricorns may feel like you've been abandoned by someone. Or there's a lot of things that are slipping away from you that you may not really feel like you fully have a handle on. And I feel like there were some overwhelming feelings here, and that you had to look at something and put something on the back burner, something that got to be emotionally too much for you. It could have been a love relationship. For others of you, it could be in a different area, but emotionally it's felt too much for you. You may feel like somebody's been playing you emotionally. And I see you thinking, like, trying to sort it out, like, what are they thinking or what are they not thinking? Like, what are they thinking? What are they not thinking? And feeling like, are they playing me? What's going on here? Like, I get that energy. Like, and it's something that you maybe for a while didn't have the time or energy or focus to put your attention on it. So you may feel like some situations kind of ran away from you, got away from you here. That's the feeling I have. Some of you don't want to do things in the same manner anymore. You want to take your life in a different direction, or you want things to roll in a different way, in a different direction. And I feel like you've also are saying to yourself, I've spent too much time worrying about this and worrying about that. And like, you can't regain that time. You can't get that back. So this is all part and parcel to this. Some of this is a lot of emotions for you tied up here in this card. In some manner, Capricorn, I feel that you were not treated properly. It could be at a job. It could be at a love relationship. I don't know. It could be by the Knight of Cups, because that's the card you have that came up with it. So the Knight of Cups is a water sign male, or a female. This would either be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could also be you, Capricorn, if you have a rising or moon sign that's a water sign. I feel you do not trust this Knight of Cups. Some of you may be intertwined with them romantically, but it could be somebody you work with. It could be a sibling. It could be maybe not romantic at all. It could be a friend or an associate at a club or a group. I don't know, but I don't feel like you're totally trusting this Knight of Cups. I feel like you feel like they keep you in the dark about something. If you hear weird noises, my dog is snoring, sorry. And I'm going to tell you what, another thing that goes on with Knight of Cups with you is they drain your energy. They may be, you know, manipulating you a little bit or using you a little bit. Or if they're not doing that, you may feel like that's what they're doing because that energy comes up here. I feel like you're looking at them like they give you mixed signals. They're giving you mixed signals. You know, at one point, they might have been really dutiful and supportive, but you may not feel like that's the way they are anymore. Something may have changed here. Now, again, for some of you, this is love, but for some of you, this is not necessarily love, but your emotions are being involved here, whether it's romantic love or not. Your emotions are wrapped up here. You may even feel like they're treating you one way, then they're treating you another. This could be a boss. Maybe they're like acting like you're great one week and the next week they're acting like they don't care about what you're doing at all. It could even be that. Because I'm going to tell you right here, I get the seesaw emotions here, or like the back and forth or somebody jerking you around. That's the feeling I get. And again, if you go back and listen what I said in Eight of Cups, this could have gotten away from you. You may have not had time to deal with it or focus on it the way you should have before. So it kind of got too far, and now you're focusing on it in May. And it could be for you, Capricorn, I feel like this could happen anytime between now and the end of August, or now and sometime in September. If you don't feel like this is happening to you in May, it could take a while to catch up because you guys don't all have the same birth chart. So the time's different for all of you. So hope those messages were of help to you, Capricorn. Now on to the sign of Aquarius. And the first card you have here, Aquarius, is the High Priestess. This is either you with your own psychic ability and intuition, or something could be kept secret or hidden from you or by you. It could even be a high spirit guide showing up here in the reading today to give you messages. I feel that some of you Aquarians feel like you've been kind of walking through a tunnel. Could be a dark tunnel, doesn't mean it's negative, but I feel like I get this like tunnel sensation. I feel sometimes, Aquarius, you feel like you have to put your best foot forward or be the bigger person in, tense situations. And I feel like you're tired of doing that. You've about had it with that role. And I feel like you're kind of entering a time in May where you may feel like your batteries are being depleted and that you need to recharge. Maybe you need rest, or you need to spend time outside in the sun, or maybe in water. I don't know, but you need something to like recharge your batteries. I feel like you're going to start getting rid of stuff. I feel like you may put a house on the market to sell, or other items in your person, around you, you may want to sell. That comes up here for some of you. You may even have this feeling, Aquarius, like you want to step outside of the box that you've been in. And maybe you feel like you want to even become kind of like a different person. Not saying you want to not get rid of who your true essence of yourself is, but maybe there's something that you feel like you want to shake things up a bit. Jazz things up, shake it up. I do feel like you're kind of coming around a bend of what you may have felt like was emotionally tenuous times. And you're going to start to like turn a corner and come out of it. And people that wanted to stop you or block you, they may be leaving the situation. Like if it's at work, or if it's in a family situation, or whatever, a group or club or whatever. I feel like if there was people that were creating stumbling blocks for you, they may be exiting. They could be moving, they could be getting a different job. I don't know the reasons. You've got the Emperor next, and this is a paternal figure that's on the other side, watching you, guiding you, protecting you, giving you ideas and inspirations that could feel like they're yours, but they could be coming from the Emperor. This could also be a strong male figure in the living, a boss, an ex-boss, a husband, an ex-husband, an uncle, a brother, I don't know, a mentor of some sort. I feel like you're going to feel some pressure coming down from the Emperor. You may feel like the Emperor is imposing their will at you and maybe trying to make you feel uncomfortable about something. Some of you, this is a completely different message. I get some of you, there's somebody watching you, and they, not for nefarious reasons, but they may want to hire you or do some kind of business with you, engage in some kind of business. It could even be somebody that's interested in you romantically for some of you, but that didn't come up strongly on the end. That was like the third on the list there. They may be looking at what you're doing and thinking there's things you need to alter or do, handle things in a different manner. Maybe they're not quite on board with what you're doing. They may feel like, no, you're not handling things in the right way, or you need to do this differently. For some of you, this could be somebody that wants to hire you to do a job, or they may maybe they're a talent scout or an agent, and they're like, okay, we like what you're doing, but we'd be willing to represent you, but you need to do things differently. Or we want you to do things in a different manner. Or it's somebody that could be like a headhunter, for another company, and they've seen your work and they're like, yeah, we might want to hire Aquarius. But like I said, for some of you, the Emperor is somebody that may not be totally approving of what you're doing, for some of you. And for some of you, if your father or a strong male figure is deceased, they may very well start showing up in your dreams this month of May or in the next few months. And you may start getting messages from a deceased strong male figure, father, grandfather, great-grandfather, husband. If they've passed, they may show up in your dreams. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now onto the sign of Pisces. Wow, I got to say, Pisces, this Knight of Wands has wanted to show up in quite a few of the signs, and you're getting it here too. And this is a fire sign person. This would either be Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. You may feel a little combative with the Knight of Wands. You may be in a battle of wills with the Knight of Wands. You may be feeling like you're going round and round with the Knight of Wands in the month of May, or could even happen a little later and could be in June or July. They may be asking you to do things that you don't want to do. They may be asking you to spell things out for them, make things really clear to them. If this is a child to you, or even doesn't have to be a child, but they might be asking you like, hey, Pisces, what's going on with you? Or what, spell this out for me. What's the deal? Or they may be asking you to do something. But I feel like they're going to be asking you to do things for them or with them or spell things out to them. And I get the feeling, Pisces, some of you don't want to do this. Some of you might be fine with it, but some of you, I feel, you're not. You may have the feeling like the Knight of Wands is asking or expecting too much of you. And they're looking at you like you're holding back information, or you're holding back emotionally from them, or you're holding something back from them. Maybe even money, but it didn't feel like money. It feels like emotions or information. I do feel that you're going to feel a little forced to have to go along with what they want to some degree. And you may have some, you may look at them and feel like their approach is all wrong. You may not agree with how they're handling things or their approach in May. I feel they're going to be really sticking to their guns. I feel like they're going to be very stubborn. They may be a little bit controlling, possibly a little egomaniacal. Some of you may feel like that about this Knight of Wands. Now, you've got the Queen of Swords next, and the Queen of Swords is either an Aries, either a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. I feel like they're going to show you how to do things from a new perspective, look at things from a different perspective, or a new angle, or they're going to get you to do things from a new and different perspective and from a different angle. And, you know, their position is kind of like they're a bit of a trailblazer. And I feel that they're going to want you to help them. They may ask for your assistance. You may have to work on a project with them or do some kind of work or business with them. It could even be a family member that's like, I need your help, I've got to move, or I need your help with this or that. Can you help me with this or that? It could be maybe they own their own business and they're asking you to join them, to work with them, or to help them in some way. But you got a lot of, it's a totally different energy coming up with the Queen of Swords than you got with the Knight of Wands. And I feel like they want to take things to a higher level, or to elevate things, or elevate you to a higher plateau. They may want to give you a raise. They may want to give you a job. If they're a boss to you, they may want to raise you up. If they're a love partner to you, they may want to take the love relationship up to the next level. I feel that you're going to be looking at the Queen of Swords like they're the person that institutes change. And I feel that anything that gets in disrepair or needs repair or needs something in your life to get fixed, I feel the Queen of Swords is like the fixer. The Queen of Swords wants to fix that which is broken. I do feel for some of you that this Queen of Swords is going to be making decisions or taking actions in some ways that are going to be influencing or affecting your life. And I feel like you may be like following her lead or his lead, whoever this Queen of Swords is for you. And they may be giving you like some real answers to problems you've been pondering, or some real solutions, taking you on a new like adventure. You may work for the Queen of Swords. They may be they could even be like possibly a parent to you, or a sibling, or I don't know, it's going to run the gambit. But I really do feel that for many of you, the Queen of Swords is somebody that takes something up to the next level for many of you. So it could be your living situation, it could be work, it could be a new job opportunity, or if you're in the job that you're in, could be giving you a raise or giving you a promotion. That's like, and I feel like she's really a problem solver for you. Her energy may be too much for you at times, but if you digest the things that she's telling you, or that you are learning or doing with this Queen of Swords, you're going to see what they're trying to convey to you. You may feel like their energy is too much, but I feel like they could be a teacher to you even, because I feel like the teacher energy here. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you would like to get some of the special videos I've recorded for my Vimeo on-demand channel, I have now over 1,300 videos on Vimeo for download and purchase, and covering like a range of topics. I started that ball of wax over there with Vimeo in August of 2015, and I've been doing these videos every month and monthly, and in the mid-month and in the beginning of the month. So my latest videos I have available for download and purchase you might be interested in are the career and finance, psychic tarot, and crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac. The last time I did them was April of 2018. So now I've done them in May of 2019, and they go out for 1 year or 18 months. So either it's from May 2019 to the end of May 2020, or from May of 2019 to the end of December of 2020. So I hope you'll find those interesting. I thought they were pretty interesting. I pulled 3 cards from the Aquarian tarot deck for the career sector of your life, and 3 cards from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck for the financial sector of your life. And then I looked into the crystal. So those were pretty interesting. And there's other videos, links below. I have the past, present, and future psychic tarot readings using the Osha Zen Tarot deck. That link is under this video. And the Jupiter in retrograde psychic tarot and crystal readings, where I used the Jane Lyle tarot deck that I used right here. You might find those interesting as well. And I always have my psychic crystal readings for each month. For the month of May is below this video. So if you want to see what my spirit guides had to say for you for May 2019, you can access those videos below. So all those links are below this video. They will each take you to their respective spots on my Vimeo on-demand channel. And you can also get all of these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu, and there you will see all the video series listed. You just go to the video series you want, click on your sign, and it will take you to that particular video on Vimeo. So I hope this reading was of help to you. I truly do. I hope it made sense. And please remember to always watch your rising sign or your moon sign if your sun sign did not make sense for you in this mid-month Psychic Tarot update. And if you would like to get additional messages and predictions from me and my spirit guides that you're not going to see here on YouTube, you can follow me on Facebook at The Lucky Mermaid LLC. And I also post predictions as well as recipes on my other Facebook page, The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC. And I'm also on Instagram. So if you'd like to see the predictions and messages I post there, please follow me at TheLuckyMermaid_Pam Georgel. And please stay tuned for the episodes of The Psychic Pastry Chef, where I give you psychic predictions and messages while I'm making some type of dessert or pastry, and I'll show you how to make it, give you the recipe, and give you psychic predictions for each sign of the zodiac while doing so. So be sure to check those out. So I hope you have an absolutely marvelous month of May, all the signs of the zodiac, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.